Let's talk about thumbnails. Thumbnails can be one of the most important parts of your YouTube videos. It's what the viewer will see first, along with the title of your video, and you want it to be something enticing to click while being honest to the video, not something that just clickbait that's basically a lie. So today I just want to show you an easy way that you can do it using software that you probably already have, as long as you have Microsoft Office. I am doing this in Windows, so I do use 3D Paint. I'm not sure if Mac has anything similar to that or not. I'm sure there's probably some free software on the internet that I haven't really used because this already came on the PC. Now there are softwares that you can buy obviously for editing pictures and stuff like that, but the point of this is to be able to do it without spending any extra money and to also be able to create something that's not just a picture. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take a picture of yourself in a background that's contrasted to what you're wearing. So you're going to want to wear something dark if you have a light background, and vice versa, you're going to wear something light if you have a dark background. What this is going to do is it's going to help 3D Paint be able to recognize what to crop out of the picture automatically. And if you do that properly, it's really easy. So let's hop over to the computer. So over here at the computer, we're going to go ahead and launch 3D Paint and go to New. Now you're obviously going to have to transfer the photo that you took of yourself or whatever you took it of for your thumbnail. And you're going to want to transfer that over to your computer before you get to this step. But for here, you're going to go ahead and go here and browse files, find your picture. I actually already did this once, so what we're going to do is I'll just select the picture and then we'll create a new one for this. Okay, so you can see I took my picture with this white closet behind me. I'm wearing dark clothes, and then my skin obviously is a little bit different color. I'm hairy too, so that helps me be a little bit darker in contrast to my background. But go ahead and hit Magic Select here, and the first thing that it's going to give you the ability to do is to crop. So what you're going to want to do is get rid of all that excess stuff that you're definitely not going to want in the picture at all, and then go ahead and hit Next. And this is where I said if it was important for you to be in contrast to your background, because you can notice that it recognized what should be out of the picture, right? And it did a really good job here because I did a good job taking the picture. If not, it has this add and remove tool, which you can do some things with, but it's not the best tool. You're going to want some other kind of software if you're really getting into editing your pictures, something like Affinity. So once you get to this point, go ahead and hit done. And then you'll see that you can just grab yourself or whatever image and move it around. The next thing you're going to want to do is just go ahead and highlight your whole canvas here and hit delete. And then it should turn white. And then you have you just kind of here, right? Go ahead and crop, because you're going to want this image to be as small as possible for what you have. Otherwise, it's going to take up a large space for the picture. So it's going to appear as a picture that's this whole square, but it's only going to show what's in the image here. So once you're done cropping, go ahead and hit OK. And then you're going to want to click on Canvas. When you go to Canvas here, you should have an option that says Transparent Canvas, and you can toggle that on or off. Go ahead and toggle that on, and then you can see that that canvas disappeared, that white background disappeared. So from here, you're not quite done yet. You're going to want to go to Menu, Save As Image, and you want to make sure that this is a PNG file, because PNG files, unlike JPEGs and stuff like that, do recognize transparent backgrounds. So once you have that, make sure this transparency is checked, and then go ahead and hit Save. Save that to wherever you want. I'm going to save it right over top of this other one, just as an untitled image. And there you have it. So this will be saved as an image without a background with me kind of cropped out of it. And you can do that with even just a snippet. So if you find a picture somewhere and you want to snip that out, we'll go ahead and launch my snipping tool. And let's just do one of these buttons right here. I'll copy that. I'll go ahead and just delete this. I'll paste. And then you can see here, I'll zoom in on it real good. You can see here kind of the same thing. So I can hit Magic Select. I can hit Next. You can see here that it kind of selected that out. I'll go ahead and hit Done. And then you can see the same thing. I can do that. And then you can see here this is what I was saying before. So this whole image here is going to be the image for that if I were to save this and move forward like this. So that's why you want to crop it first and make it a much smaller make it a much smaller actual picture. Okay, so then it's just this small little area here. I'll go ahead to my canvas, make sure it's a transparent canvas. Well, here, I should put that in the canvas. Start with that. And then we will go ahead and save as image. And you can see the image right there. Save. And then we'll call that button. We'll save right over top of that. Okay, and then we're done in 3D Paint. That's it. Nice and easy. So what we're going to do here then, we'll hop over to Microsoft PowerPoint. And you can see I have some of my thumbnails here from previous videos that I made thumbnails for. I recommend creating this file. I just have it called, thumbnails for PowerPoint. That way, if I wanted to create a new thumbnail, I can just right-click and duplicate slide. And then you can see it will have everything that I need, and I can just, I can keep my logo up here. I can keep the background the way I have it, maybe mess around, change some colors, and I can start deleting things. But we'll go ahead and create a new one from scratch. So just go ahead to blank. Go to design. That's probably the first thing you're going to want to do. You can select a background that they have here, but format background. You could do a solid or whatever, pattern fill, gradient fill. I prefer the gradient fill type of backgrounds. I'll just go ahead and leave this the way it is. Maybe do that a little bit. You just got to mess with it and change anything that you want. Create the background that you like. And then once you're done with the background, go ahead and go to Insert and grab a picture from this device. You're going to want to navigate to the folder wherever you saved that PNG file that you made in 3D Paint. And then go ahead and select it. Okay, so then you can see I am right here. Right, you can make it, you could size it so that it fits a little bit better. And then one thing that I like to do, go ahead to the Home tab, go to Shape Effects, and go to Glow. You can do some other stuff here too, but I like the glow options. What we're going to do here, I'll just select like a neon color. We'll go 15 point. You can change the transparency so that it's not as bright. You can pick whatever color you wanted. You can change the soft edges, which will kind of like bleed in a little bit. But I typically just leave that at 0. I usually use something around 15 for the size. So once you do that, you can select a border. What I'm going to do here though, is I've been putting this logo, my logo in the top, and I did the same thing. I went into 3D Paint and kind of made a transparent background for it so that it's just the circle and not a square with the circle. I'm just going to copy it from here and paste it over here rather than navigating to the file and grabbing it. And you can see PowerPoint will suggest things like this. So this is actually, I think that's a really good design that they have right here. I could even just use that design. But I'm going to go ahead and do it the way that I'm doing it. Okay, and then the next thing that you can do here is go ahead to Home, and we're going to want a border on this. So I'm just going to grab a rectangle, and then we'll draw a rectangle the same size as this. And then Shape Fill, you're going to want to go to No Fill. Shape Outline, you can do whatever you want here. One thing you're going to want to do, though, is change the weight. I went to more lines there. That way you can change this with something different. So I'm going to do 15 again on this. And I'll go ahead and do the same neon green color. You can change, the style, if you want it wavy or if you just want it straight. I do like just a plain straight border. But for this video, I'm going to go ahead and make it wavy. We'll do some dashes or something like that. And then you can see that you're going to have a border on your thumbnail. Okay, so nice and easy, nice and simple. You can do this with any image that you wanted. You saw earlier that I went ahead and made that button, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll grab button, we'll insert that. It's just a little thing. Probably didn't even notice it in the thumbnail before you clicked on this video. But I'll go ahead and stick it right there on my watch. And then the last thing that you need to do is add some text to it. You can add some other images, you know, arrows pointing to stuff or whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do to customize it to your own. Go ahead and select a word art. I like just using this first one because once you have it here, then you can do your text fill. You can change the color. I'm just going to do text fill, text outline, both white, and then you have your text effects here, which you can do some 3D rotations. You know, you can do anything you want basically with this. There's lots of customization within here. You can do a glow on this, for example, as well. I'll go ahead for this video and just do, you know, maybe a small reflection or something. So I'll do that. Again, you can go to home here. I'm going to make this 120 font. Hit enter. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and change that text to create your own thumbnails. If I can type. Okay, and you can see that I'm overrunning here, so you can just resize that to something that fits. I got it centered up there, and that's it. And then from here is just how you save it. So rather than just saving, I am going to just save the PowerPoint because then that will save this. So if I wanted to use that picture again in another thumbnail, or I just wanted to copy, you know, a text that already has a reflection on it, my logo, everything, if I wanted the background, whatever. If I wanted that to be the same, I could just grab that, duplicate that slide. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one that I duplicated and save that. So whenever you're on whichever thumbnail you want to be your thumbnail, you're going to want to go to File, Save As. Okay, so rather than, it's going to save it in my thumbnails folder, but rather than saving it as a PowerPoint, you're going to want to save this as something like a JPEG. And once you pick the file type, go ahead and name it. So we will name this Thumbnails Thumbnail. How about that? All right, and then I will hit save. And then it will ask you which slides do you want to export. You can do all of them if you wanted to, but we'll just do the one that I was selected on for this. And then I can go ahead and close this. And then if I were to navigate to that file, my thumbnails thumbnail, that's it. And then what I'll do with that is whenever I go to upload my YouTube video, I could just add that thumbnail to it, and you're good to go. All right, I hope this video helped somebody. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/DocValentino every Tuesday and Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on over there. We can chat about this kind of stuff. We can play some video games. Have a good time. I really like eating spicy stuff, so I think I'm going to start eating some spicy stuff on stream as well. I will post videos on YouTube of that. I also want to celebrate a little bit. I got an email this morning saying that I am up to 6,000 views, I think, on my videos. So, again, really, really appreciate it. I mean, that's amazing. But it's just the beginning. All right, guys. See you on the next one.
Wait a second. Let me get this straight. I'm a most wanted and I'm being hunted.
And you're going to run right into the gas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the best time to do a most wanted, is when you're already getting hunted. Where are you going? Oh, man. You got to get that ramp. Get it. Get it. Oh, you're good.